invite somebody to come to Vision of Hope Baptist Church?
So we can use that challenge?
Let me ask you clearly. Why would you want to invite somebody to come to Vision of Hope Baptist Church?
I'm new enough to the church that I can't really speak the way I like to speak, but I would want somebody to come so they can get what I'm getting out of this. I so love this church. I so love what I learn. I so love what I feel, and that's what I would want somebody else to get, especially somebody that doesn't know God or is not familiar with the church. I would want them to feel the love and the. I wish I could say what I want to say. But
Can you
say it.
English in your with the Lord, whatever you have to say it.
That's right. You are saying it.
Wait a minute. You see, y'all don't know. I'm going to go somewhere.
Yeah, I was going to say we want to invite people to Vision of Hope Baptist Church to introduce them to Christ, and so that they can receive, not just receive Christ, but then see how to use their gifts and talents for Christ the way that He would have them at Vision of Hope Baptist Church.
Let me ask you a question right quick. Have you ever played Scrabble on your iPad? Mm-hmm. Okay. Let me tell you something about Scrabble. They give you all of these words and they mix it up. And the big word is right in front of you. You just don't know how to assemble the big word and put it on the board. So I just bust the Scrabble move on you. I asked you a question. Why would you want to invite somebody to come to Vision of Hope Baptist Church? And I bust the Scrabble move on you. The answer's right in front of you. You just have to be shown how to assemble it to answer the question. Why would you want to invite someone to come to Vision of Hope Baptist Church? Because we focus on God. We respect one another. We understand each other. We celebrate diversity of gifts and personalities. We learn how to relate to each other. Our ministry is to understand each other to grow. We pray for each other. We don't look at each other as greater or lesser. We recognize what Jesus has done for us.
Amen.
I would encourage everybody, let's write this down.
Are you on your phone? I can take a picture.
Oh yeah, you know what? I'm sorry.
Take a picture. Right.
The picture, yeah, you know what? Picture, I forgot the modern technology. Because as we were talking about the personality assessment, I'll be very candid with you, I was going into this looking at the personality assessments and was like, wow, this helps build the leadership team. And as I'm working on these personality assessments, summary, the Lord hit me. This is a narrative that we create because a lot of times, Anna hit the hammer right on top of the nail. We know it's up here, but we just can't get it out. Who would not want to come check out a church where their primary focus is we focus on God? Amen. We respect one another. Who would not want to come to a church and witness? They say they respect one another. Let me come check this out. We understand each other. We celebrate the diversity of gifts and personalities. And I needed to add gifts and personalities because when you start talking about diversity, you open up a door.
Right. Yes. Right.
And I'm not trying to crack the joke. I want to be very serious. We're opening up a door that could create some unclean spirits and challenges. And I'm going to be very candid. So then, we learn how to relate to each other because we do. Just sitting at this table, just talking it out. We learn how to relate to each other. We don't look at each other as greater or lesser. Who would not want to come to a church and when they hear, we don't look at somebody as greater or lesser. But to summarize it all, we recognize what Jesus has done for us.
Amen. Yes.
We want to get this narrative out. And this is something that we will practice over and over and over. Because see, when you practice it over and over, then you'll be able to apply it. Who would ever thought that when we came in here today that we would be walking out with a narrative about why, you put it in the book, yeah, why do we want to invite someone to Vision of Hope Baptist Church? Just a second. Thank God for my kids, they get me hipped up. Modern technology. Thank God for the youth.
Right?
Yeah.
Modern technology. Raymond's how old? 9? A 9-year-old hits us with.
So profound.
And when we say we embrace, we don't just embrace that of the adults, we embrace that of the youth also.
Amen.
There was something you said, Shirley, about,
Prayer.
you said something about prayer, but you said something else that I tried to get in here.
When we put prayer first, it allows us to then stay focused on God, which actually then
Okay.
allows us to then.
So we'll integrate that. This is just a rough draft. We'll executive assistant meet with next week, and she keeps things in line.
She's a
Um,
cat.